the fourth of 5 straight at home. The Chicago Blackhawks in town to take on the Seattle Kraken. From the blue line, Jamie Alexiak looks like he got it 1-0 Seattle. Eberle in front, Beniers shoots and scores! Matty Beniers got it, 2-0 Seattle, a power play goal. Eberle with Tolman, and Eberle shoots and scores! Jordan Eberle got it!
The first of 3 meetings this season, the Seattle Kraken and the San Jose Sharks. Winterton, he scores! There it is! Ryan Winterton has his first goal in the National Hockey League.
First of 3 meetings this season, the Seattle Kraken and the St. Louis Blues. Stevenson with a shot, he scores! With a fraction of a second left. Swooping in his right with a lane to the house, he scores! Shane Wright! And the Kraken win in overtime!
We are a month into the season, and the Kraken are off to their best start in franchise history. New systems have been put in place by head coach Lane Lambert, and the team has bought in. Welcome to another edition of Kraken Home Ice. On this week's episode, we hear from Kaapo Kakko on coming back from injury and what he learned while off the ice. Head coach Lane Lambert speaks on the team's success and how they've found their stride. Plus, Matty Beniers talks about being a leader on the team and strengthening his mental side of the game. Saturday night, the Kraken fall behind 2-0 in St. Louis, but score 2 goals in the second period. Ellie Tolvanen, right place, right time, bangs home a power play goal to tie the game at 2. Then, down 3-2 in the final seconds of the game, Chandler Stevenson beats the horn and ties the game with 1.9 seconds left. It's 3-3 going to overtime. That's when Shane Wright scores the game-winning goal. The Kraken pull off an improbable win, 4-3 in overtime.
I think we played a pretty solid game today. Tough bounce in the first one. The second one, power play goes off our D-man's skate or stick. Those are bounces sometimes goes, sometimes doesn't. But we knew that if we just keep pushing, we were going to get the scoring chances, and we can come back if we just play our game.
We just played harder, won more battles, and we played more of a structured game. We were connected.
On Tuesday, the Kraken wrapped up their 5-game homestand against the Sharks. The Sharks got to it early. Macklin Celebrini whips it past Joey Decord to score just over a minute into the game. The Kraken tie it up late in the first period. Ryan Winterton picks up the loose puck and snaps it home. It's all leaving at 1-1. Winterton with his first NHL goal. But that's where the scoring stops for the Kraken. The Sharks go on to win it 6-1. The Blackhawks were in town Monday. After a scoreless first period, the Kraken get hot in the second. Jamie Alexiak knocks one in from the blue line, and the Kraken take a 1-0 lead. With 2 minutes to play in the second, Seattle is on the power play. Jordan Eberle with a gorgeous pass to Matty Beniers, and Matty buries it. 2-0 Seattle. The captain wasn't done. Late in the third, Eberle grabs the puck and takes this one himself. Eds and Beniers both had a goal and an assist as the Kraken win it 3-1. On the injury front, the Kraken put goalie Joey Decord on injury reserve with an upper body injury. Freddie Gaudreau is also on IR for an upper body injury. And Jared McCann is out with a lower body injury. Kaapo Kakko is back in the mix after missing the first month of the season with a broken hand. He made his season debut against his former team, the New York Rangers. Brianna Vasquez talked to Kaapo about getting back in the lineup.
It's been fun to get back on the ice with the guys, and kind of a long time, just working out by yourself and watching, the rest of the team playing. But we're having a good start for the season, and it's been fun to watch. But I'm here to play.
After being out for almost 6 weeks, Kaapo was eager to return, especially against the Rangers.
It was something special, playing the team against the team where you played for a long time, and you kind of know all the guys over there. But like I said, good to be back also, and first game of the season for me, and good to get the things going.
The good news, with his injury being a broken hand, Kaapo could continue to work on most elements of his game.
Almost everything I could do. I was skating also, just couldn't use the puck, so that was kind of hard time, just skating by yourself. But I think it's good for my skating, and I feel better out there, you know.
As much as Kakko has been skating and keeping himself in shape, he realizes getting into hockey shape is another challenge. Equally as challenging is getting back into the flow with his teammates.
After a long time back on the ice, you know, it's always different, you know, than just skating by yourself. So it's kind of hard to start, you know, like. But I think it's getting there, and I will be better.
As Kakko gets used to being back, he's optimistic on where the team stands.
It's been a good start, you know, like a lot of wins. I think we're doing the right things. There's a lot of good teams playing against us, but I think overall the start for the season has been good.
That is Kraken hockey, baby!
More to come on Kraken Home Ice. Head coach Lane Lambert discusses how making quick adjustments has paid off and where he sees the most improvement.
You have to, you know, use those moments, those teaching moments, to have your team understand why, where, how.
Plus, there's lots going on for Seattle sports right now. We're hearing from the newly named PWHL squad, the Seattle Torrents.
Decord gonna go for it. Decord gonna go for it. Long shot. And right back there, left should off to intercept. That might have been going in.
Joey Decord is determined to score a goalie goal. Last season, he got his first assist. This season, he's got his eyes set on scoring. On Monday against the Blackhawks, he made 2 attempts at the end of the third period. Joey even thought one of them was for sure going in.
Shoot or shoot, so I shot it. I thought it was in. I said to myself, it's in, because when it was in the air, it was dead center, and then I couldn't see their guy behind the further guy behind the middle guy. So I was like, oh, I cleared everybody. And then I saw him stop it, and I was so rattled. But I'll keep shooting.
The Kraken we're seeing right now is a different type of team than we've seen in the past few seasons. They're playing some good hockey, despite the fact they lost 6-1 to San Jose this week. We asked head coach Lane Lambert, what happens when your team just has one of those nights?
We have done a lot of good things, and you know, that was one of those games where you know, we got away from our identity and how we want to play. There's reasons for it, which we've addressed, and you know, I think it's a really good opportunity. Even though you don't want it to happen, it is a good opportunity to learn from it.
As a head coach, you don't want to see these games, but every once in a while, like us in life, we like a little slap, a little slice of humble pie, and you can learn from it. Can you take advantage of what happened and what happens in games like that?
You have to, you know, use those moments, those teaching moments, to have your team understand why, where, how, and you know, and make sure that it, you know, doesn't happen again. It's a long season. You know, you're going to have at the beginning of the season, you can kind of count maybe 5 games where it's just not going to go your way, and maybe 5 other games where you didn't deserve to win, but you won it anyway. You know, it's simple facts. It's over experience that I know this. What you do with those 5 games where it simply doesn't go your way and you haven't played well, what you do with those and how you learn from them is the key.
You teach a certain style of hockey to your players, and is it part of it the fact that they get away from that and it takes a certain amount of discipline for all 3 periods to stick with your game plan?
Yeah, that's what it is. And as soon as, you know, it's any team, it doesn't matter, but you know, our team, we need everybody going. We need you know, we can't afford to have any passengers. No team can, and everybody has to be pulling the rope in the same direction. And when you get a little bit disjointed, and we were disjointed in that game, we had some uncharacteristic positioning, things that we did for whatever reason. You know, and when that happens, you know, it's not a pretty sight.
You've talked about getting more shots on goal and creating some more offense. Players are responsible for a certain amount of that, but how much of that can be coaching where you can help create more opportunities for your players?
Well, there's a good deal of that you know, that comes down to coaching as well. There's offensive, no different than defensive side of the puck and defensive systems and structures. There's offensive side of the puck and offensive systems and structures. And you know, we need to embrace that as a hockey club and understand that. And for me, with our hockey team, You know, we can have more shot volume, we can have more people at the net, and I say, you know, we can get a little greasier. If you look at the goals in the National Hockey League, 5-on-5, there's some pretty ones, yes there are, you know, whether it be a 2-on-1 or, you know, a couple of the shots that Eberle took so far this year. But there's a lot of, throw it in there, Jamie Alexiak goes in the net, you know, there's rebounds, little things like that, and there's a lot more of those than there are tic-tac-toe plays.
You bring that up because Alex Ovechkin had kind of a goal like that to score his 900th of his career. You coached with your time in the Capitals organization. Guys won a Stanley Cup together. What's your reaction to him reaching 900?
Amazing. You know, I was there. He was still in his 400s when I got there, so there's been a lot of goal scoring since then. You know, for me, he's the best goal scorer of all time, obviously. Statistics tell you that, but if you think about, you know, just the difference in goaltenders and how good goalies are now compared to, you know, 40 years ago or whatever, you know, it's just a really incredible feat by this guy.
The Kraken's new roommates at Climate Pledge Arena officially have a name. Seattle's professional women's hockey league team will go by the Torrent. The inspiration for the Torrent comes from the powerful waterways that shape Washington's landscape. The S serves both Seattle and for the rush of water, the flowing curves of the S mirroring our river channels.
When you look at the logo, it just really goes along with all the other sports teams here. I think there's a rich history of sport here, so I think that we're excited to carve our path.
The local team support in Seattle runs strong. On November 1st, Alex and Christian Roldan were at Climate Pledge Arena to cheer on the Kraken. They led the pregame surge to get the fans ready.
The atmosphere is awesome there as always. They do a great job, obviously, with their new jerseys, but overall it was just a great experience.
Just 2 days later, the Sounders were playing Minnesota at the same time the Kraken were playing the Blackhawks, and both teams scored within seconds of each other. Jordan Morris scored on the pitch at Lumen Field, followed by Matty Beniers' goal at CPA. From the Kraken's first draft pick to now being one of the team's leaders, Matty Beniers has grown a lot during his time in Seattle. Next on Kraken Home Ice, how Beniers has become an example for his teammates while holding himself to a high standard. Plus, the Kraken are letting the music do the talking in the shootout, what they'd want as their walk-up song.
Eberle in front. Beniers shoots and scores!
The assist of the week goes to Jordan Eberle for his helper on Matty Beniers' goal Monday night against the Blackhawks. Eberle with the backhand pass from behind the net, straight to Beniers, who smashes the puck into the back of the net. As Matty Beniers enters his fourth full season in the NHL, he has embraced his role as one of the team's leaders. Piper Shaw talked to Matty about his commitment to improving as a player.
Those who chart the course know that leadership isn't just about the letter on a sweater.
Alternate captain, number 10, Matty Beniers!
Or the pedigree of your practice.
Or Beniers got the shot, scores! And USA leads 4-1.
Or a name on a leaderboard.
I think this stretch of hockey that Matty has played has been the best of his NHL career. He is quick, he is with a purpose, and he's doing all the things that he does to play to his strengths.
And when Matty Beniers became the Seattle Kraken's first ever draft choice.
I'm proud to make a historical first ever amateur draft selection by choosing from the University of Michigan, Matthew Beniers.
A franchise still finding its footing found its future in a 19-year-old center from Boston with a motor that never stops.
Full of energy, very affable, always smiling, just like a bundle of energy though. Yeah, that's why we put him into hockey.
It wasn't long before Matty was lighting it up on the biggest stage in the game.
He scores! Matty Beniers!
And the Calder Memorial Trophy goes to
Matty Beniers! Beniers scores! When it rains, it pours!
But even for someone with all of that talent, to grow from a promising rookie to a trusted leader takes commitment.
I've grown a lot in my, just this summer. I think my skating, my size has gotten bigger, stronger on my feet. I'm trying to shoot the puck more, get the puck in scoring position, get myself in scoring position. So I think that this summer for me was a lot of just puck touches, a lot of shooting pucks, a lot of skating, working on my stride, because I think that's a really important part.
Though he's dubbed
the high priest of head fakes.
To be a leader in the league, there's no faking it till you make it. Your character must be as strong as your game.
I say that's the mind's muscle. I think you got to grow it and build it just like, your regular muscles. So, that's another aspect I've been working on is your mental side of the game, having your, unwavering confidence when you're playing. And you can work on that, you can grow it, off the ice, for yourself on the ice.
With mind and muscle in sync.
Beniers wins the battle.
Beniers has walked the talk and last season was given a title to match.
Obviously a huge honor is, being a captain on any team you play on, whether it's youth or college or pro. For me, it's leading by example and, just trying to bring a lot of positive energy into the room, I'd say. I think I have a pretty upbeat personality, and I think I bring that to the room a lot, so everyone leads in a different way.
Veteran and fellow assistant captain Jaden Schwartz has watched Beniers evolve from the outset.
Just a really smart player. Really like the way he plays the game. Sees the ice well, but he's always looking for that extra edge. He's always looking to improve on face-offs and how he defends and his skating and different things he's always looking to get better at.
That determination didn't waver when last season ended. It followed Beniers overseas, and alongside Joey Decord, he helped steer Team USA to its first World Championship gold in nearly a century.
Icing on the cake was to win the tournament and get to play with Maddie, winning gold in Stockholm, beating Sweden in Stockholm. Just absolutely insane, yeah.
Joey says no matter the room and no matter the roster, you can always feel Maddie's passion and presence.
Well, he's always someone that's had a lot of confidence and come in here with those leadership qualities that you love to see from a top-end talent and player like that. He's one of the favorites in the locker room for sure. Everybody loves Maddie, everybody wants to hang out with Maddie, and he has really grown as a leader in the last couple of years, like talking more in the locker room, being more of a prominent figure, and the guys respect him, and he's a heck of a player, so we're lucky to have him.
Maddie isn't the only one at the center of Seattle's future. He and 2022 first-rounder Shane Wright are poised to anchor the Kraken for years to come.
I think we're both really competitive. We both want to win. We both want to, be the best versions of ourselves. So I would say we definitely push each other out there on the ice. Definitely want to beat the other guy, but also, have that certain respect for the other's abilities as well. But I think, we're competing against a guy of a skill set like that and a level of talent like that. It's always going to make you better.
It's the best when you got another guy that, really wants to get better every single day. We like to definitely stay on after and work on things and get on there early and push each other to be the best players we can be. I think that's where you find the most improvement is through that, when you got another guy to push you.
At the helm of the next wave, Maddie Beniers stands taller and more confident than ever.
Maddie Beniers, the Kraken, they do it again!
Athletes having walk-up songs is unique to baseball, but what if it was a thing in hockey? In this week's shootout, we asked the players what their walk-up song would be.
I don't know, something funny. I'm a Barbie Girl or something like that by Aqua.
I think I'd pick country, maybe like a upbeat, happy country song.
Probably Dream On Again.
Probably Barbecue Stain or something like that it's called.
Something by Big X probably.
Walk-up song? I don't know for sure, but something with some swag, something swaggy.
Ooh, probably like an old school rap, hip hop song.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Ooh, again, that's tough.
Probably a song involving, right now, probably a rap song though.
I'd probably go Kendrick as well. He's got a song called King Kunta. That's a great song. I'd probably go with that one. It's got a great beat.
Kraken fans had their own unique ways of showing their pride and support for the team. Next on Kraken Home Ice, we're hearing from a fan who gets creative when it comes to the name on the back of his jersey. Kraken fans are among the most dedicated in the league. Whether it's attending all the home games, traveling to the road games, or getting a custom jersey, the fans do it all. Ariel Ursuto caught up with one fan who gets creative with his game day fit.
Beniers with a shot, fought off by Hill, they score! It's
Seattle hockey fans waited more than 100 years for a chance to wear their team's colors proudly.
Once we had a team, I was on the season ticket list.
So once Otto Mann had that opportunity, he made up for lost time.
I've got a laundry list of names that I've gotten for sweaters,
including a few tricks up his sleeve. With the release of the Kraken Abyss sweater on Halloween weekend, Mann transformed into character.
Last name is Mann. Well, I went with his and her sweaters because we do every new sweater with our Hollywood names, and so Boogeyman was the winner for this one.
The list, or his alter egos, don't stop there.
Krakenomicon in Home and Away. I have Cracktopus. Voorhees 13 was my first one. I have Snow King. We did Snowman because that was our other name. We have Debrato because Deborah and Otto.
And if he's picking favorites, the Boogeyman may haunt these halls more often.
I actually like the Abyss sweater far more than all of the other ones that they've come out with because I'm a normal goth, quote-unquote, metalhead wearing black, and so I love this sweater. So this is definitely one of my favorites.
On Veterans Day, the Kraken will celebrate Military Appreciation Night. It's a night to recognize active duty service members, veterans, and their families. In addition to this annual celebration, the Kraken are committed to honoring the military throughout the year. Over the summer, Bowie and the team visited the Coast Guard. And during training camp, Maddie Beniers presented a check to Fisher House, a foundation that helps families of military and veterans. Tuesday's celebration includes a custom jersey with nods to local military.
Washington has an incredible military community here, and so we're honored to get to share some of their stories. Our players will get to wear specialty jerseys as they're walking into the arena. A really cool feature of all of our specialty jerseys is that they have unique letters and patterns that flow through them, and our military jersey gives a special kind of pattern recognition to JBLM.
November 15th is Kraken Hockey Fights Cancer Night at Climate Pledge Arena. It's a chance to honor survivors, remember loved ones, and support the fight against cancer. In partnership with Virginia Mason Franciscan Health, there will be free prostate cancer screenings for men 40 and older at the arena.
So prostate cancer is one of the few cancers that we can actually screen with a blood test. It's a simple blood test. It takes a couple of days to come back, and you can get it done pretty much at any clinic or at any hockey arena. And so the important thing really is making sure that after the tests are done, you have a chance to meet with your doctor to discuss the results. But it's not invasive. It's not a biopsy. There's no cuts that need to be made. There's a needle poke to draw your blood, and that's pretty much it.
As far as the Kraken go, they look to continue the momentum they've built at home and stay near the top of the standings. And that'll do it for this week's episode of Kraken Home Ice. Thanks for looking in. We'll see you next week.